You're a bold one to approach so fearlessly. Give me a good reason to speak with you. I'll make it seem like you're here at my request. Otherwise, my subjects will think you cut the line and start sizing you up for dinner. How thoughtful. I could hardly turn down such a generous gift, especially with the trouble brewing in Eldenroot. How are you at building embassies? You see, Queen Irene promised one would be built for the Khajiit as a gesture of goodwill. But now a year has passed and there's still no Khajiit embassy. This has led to no end of headaches. Good question. You wish to serve the Camoran throne? You can start by asking Prince Naaman why his people aren't fulfilling their promises. He's the one who seems to have the entire Elden Tree lodged up his flue. I can say that. I'm the king.
Yes? Quickly now. Don't leave your mouth to hang agape. That again? My sister, Queen Irene, foolishly committed to build the Khajiit an embassy months ago. Everything was to be handled through Ambassador Tarinwe at the Ultima Embassy. No, you don't get to question me. Not after you slew High Kinlady Estri. Do you think I'm one to have a chat with the person who killed my wife? That will break out the Sylphmead and share a good laugh? I suppose that's my burden. Very well, I won't give you the satisfaction of doubting my loyalty. You were asking after the Khajiit? Ask a stonemason. I have to prepare for the ratification ceremony before Queen Irene's arrival. I can't be troubled with such minor issues. If you care to pursue the matter, speak with Ambassador Tarinwe at the Ultima Embassy. An archaic wood elf ritual. If she dances to their tune, Queen Irene will be recognized by the heavens as a worthy candidate for Emperor of Tamriel. Rubbish, if you ask me. To promote harmony, she'd tell you. The same reason she picked this bizarre tree city as the Dominion's capital. She wants every member of the Dominion to feel as though they're equal. Oh, we need to be unified against our enemies, and having a high elf in charge is paramount to our success. But do we really need all this coddling? The ratification ceremony, the business with the embassy, more problems due to harmony.
You're not one for waiting in lines, are you?
I've killed hearthwives with more spine. Take the Frostvault. The Trailblazers caught wind of an expedition into some recently Word is, this Frostvault is far and...
Where's our embassy?
What are you afraid of? Words?
I suppose forgive my manners.
What, may I ask, do you call that?
Ranja would call it fleeing with one's tail between one's legs.
Earning the trust of goblins is easier than earning the trust of their Durzogs. And I almost got within shouting distance this time. I just need...
The competition is here. You've squandered our head start, Landau.
You there, come have a word by our fire.
Just ahead. Of course they have a troll. Finally, the Vault of Muvnak. The Wrathstone must be through there.
Mariah, it's welded shut. There's no way we're breaking through that.
Maybe we won't have to.
The construct likely hasn't moved for thousands of years.
I've seen far worse. We'll need to salvage some part. It'll need a new soul gem for one. But I have something.
What's that thing? Your son?
It's their chieftain. I might be able to arrange a truce. Maybe even a trade for the stone. Oh, my, that was detailed.
Uno da go solo. Rasca bricida.
No. Help! Going to kill everything we come across. I came here to study goblins, not slaughter them.
If you want to run ahead and make a peace offering, be our guest.
Let's just take the soul gem and go.
Hold your horses.
worth decimating the local goblins.
The articulator is completely sealed in. I can't get it moving. But I might not have to.
Meaning?
If I can channel enough energy to power on its own, it should reduce the resistance. I'll need a shot at this man.
Raja has let your toy rat through this door. No need to thank her.
One can.
Yeah!
goblin hugger. There! Let's get these back to Thariah.
We have your conveyors. It only took murdering every goblin in this place.
Enough, Landau. You had your chance. I'd like to see the likes of Dorama do that. Seems the Dwemer didn't leave the Wrathstone unguarded. Not surprising. I trust you can handle it. Of course it would be that. Get ready. Disabling them is too complex for Skeletons on their own. You'll need to operate them manually. I'll guide you through it. There! Use the Skeletons ability and charge it up.
Look for an active magical condenser to tap into. It'll be coarse with power, hard to move. Does it melt to slag? Perfect. Follow the energy flow to any active conveyors and discharge the energy. It worked. That's it. Something's happening. Get out of there, quick!
Something isn't right. The defenses are still active. Of course. Finally, the Wrathstone. Not what I expected.
Hardly looks dwarven to me.
That's because it isn't. I've never seen anything quite like it.
Let's get it done. You know, if you need some practice at picking pockets, the Outside Inn is a great place to learn.
I suppose a wanderer like you wouldn't know what busy looks like. I will demonstrate. Feel free to observe, quietly and from a distance. Oh, forgive my manners. There's so much to do in preparing for Queen Irene's ratification ceremony. Tempers fray, as I'm sure you can understand. But if Prince Naaman sent you, it must be important. What can I do for you? Why would Prince Naaman care about that? If they are too lazy to build their own embassy, can't they afford an inn? Well, of course, I ordered it done. I hired some wood elves to excavate the stone and set aside supplies for Khajiit to use. It isn't my fault if the locals couldn't do their jobs. Check our storeroom. The Khajiit didn't even bother to pick up the supplies. In the meantime, I'm off to locate Prince Naaman. If he didn't send you here with his blessing, I'll see you face Dominion justice. We'll see what Prince Naaman thinks of your impertinent questions.
I'm with you.
What is it?
Do what you promised.
That's far enough. The storeroom is off limits. Ambassador Tarinway's orders. She did? That's different then. Show me her orders and I'll stand aside. Then I can't let you inside. Her instructions were very specific. No one gets in without her written permission. I'm to remain at my post until relieved. Except in an emergency, of course. The Khajiits could riot. That would be bad. Very bad. Or a fire, of course. But the chances of that happening are slim. What? Did you hear that? I could have sworn it was my captain calling me away.
Where is the guard? And what are you doing here? I'd expected you would solve problems at the embassy, not cause them. Do you realize what's happening out here? Oh, never mind. Explain what you were doing in that storeroom. Why would she do that? Oh, never mind. Well, what did you find? Typical bureaucratic corruption. I expected better of the ambassador. No matter. Supplies can be replaced. What about the Khajiit embassy? Did she say why construction hasn't begun? What do you mean, collect stone? That should have happened months ago. They should be ready to build it. I'll talk to the ambassador myself. Put the fear of the Dominion into her. I'm surprised we didn't pass each other on the road. Get to those ruins and find that work crew. I want to know why they haven't done their jobs. I won't have Queen Irene's word impugned by someone else's incompetence.
Ready to ride.
You've got got the eyes of someone back from a fresh kill. And not in a bad way, mind you. I hope the dwarves left you something. Where some see every day.
There's really...
After I woke up without my memories, that grotto was the beacon that eventually led me to civilization. In some strange way, coming here almost feels like coming home.
I've heard tales of your valor at Esdual. Bravely done.
We don't do loans. We're not that... What are our vaults made of?
Myself think here.
This is about Cormount, isn't it? Don't blame her because you backed the wrong side.
You know what that's good for. Ah, you'll figure it out.
You there, we need to talk. Saw you standing over the body of a dead wood elf. Nearly put an arrow in your throat. Good thing I recognize you. Azerith, I'm that stranger. We work directly for King Camoran Eredon. Saw you earlier in the throne room. The king had his suspicions about the missing work crew and asked me to look into it. Seems we both have a stake in this. I know enough. Khajiit owed an embassy. They're angry the High Elves are dragging their feet to build it. Seemed like politics until a dozen stonemasons vanished without a trace. The king sent me to find out why. The king suspects Ambassador Tarinway has been up to no good. Little things, some of her associations. But he can't accuse his allies of undermining the whole alliance. So he sent me to deal with it. Ambassador Tarinway used criminals to smuggle supplies. Never directly, but enough for us to notice. I'm not saying she had these stonemasons killed, but I'd like to ask her myself. Problem is, there's nothing we can do while she's in the Altmer embassy. If she left the embassy, she knows someone's onto her. She'll go to ground, try to flee, have someone smuggle her out of Grotwood. We should probably stop her. Meet me by the middens at the base of the Elden Tree. I'll be there shortly.
You could craft something nice with that. Never a bad time to cast some lines. That's the type of catch worth bragging about. better overstocked than under.
They call this place the Middens because it's where all the refuse ends up. We clear them out now and again, but they always come back. Necessary evil, I'm told. Spoke with someone I trust. She's definitely here. We should get moving. We're not far behind her. Capture her, bring her in for questioning. Find proof she's behind this so Prince Naaman doesn't explode with outrage. Never thought I'd hunt a high elf ambassador. Smugglers, skooma addicts, and more than a few criminals. They keep to themselves, but sometimes they band together to repel outsiders. Kind of like a filthier version of the Dominion. Our goal is to find Ambassador Tarinway before she buys passage out of Grotwood. Staying in the shadows, avoiding unnecessary conflict. That's what I'd do.
Please, let me go! Please, they might come into the tent at any moment. The only chance I have to get away while they aren't looking. Bandits. Something about the land being theirs. As if land belongs to any of us. Please, I don't know anymore. I just want to get out of here. Thank you. I'm getting out of here.
Prince Naaman sent someone to the embassy. We have to leave before we're discovered.
Get him!
On your feet. You're coming with me.
Why? Where are you taking me?
To King Camoran Eredon, where you'll answer for crimes against the Dominion.
You'll have me killed and served for dinner.
Only if you're proven guilty. And if you are, none of us could stomach you. Now get moving. Good working with you. I'll take her from here. You should inform the king of the good news.
You fought the agents of Mehrunes Dagon and won. The savior of Firsthold.
Wood elves are mad for plenty of things, but I think they got it right when they started building cities out of trees. Why use stones and backbreaking labor to do what nature does 1,000 times better? Here we go!
You've returned. What have you learned of the Khajiit embassy? Oh, good. Nothing I enjoy more than talk of conspiracy. Did the ambassador have a manifesto? They usually have manifestos. No matter. I trust you resolved it. Splendid. I'll allow you the honor of informing Prince Naaman. Why not tell him the duly selected High Elf ambassador was working against the very Dominion she pledged to support? I'll sit in my throne and try not to gloat.
I heard what you said to the king. Ambassador Tarinwe, a traitor, my wife's killer, a loyal servant, and I, Queen Iren's representative in Eldenroot, required to thank you for your efforts. Very well. I'll provide no reason to question my duty to the Dominion. We'll interrogate Ambassador Tarinwe until we know the extent of her treason. Then she'll die. as all traitors must. But no matter. Your efficiency in resolving this matter was commendable, and the Dominion rewards its servants. Ambassador Tarinway's betrayal could not have been more absolute. She knew the details of the ratification ceremony, which puts Queen Irene at risk. It's my sister's own fault. She thought to appease the Sylvanar and the Main by agreeing to this foolish process. The ratification ceremony ends with the orrery, an ancient device beneath Elden Root. It will divine Queen Irene's capacity to become empress, or some such. But Ambassador Tarinway assisted in the preparations. I must assume she tried to sabotage the proceedings. Doing so would make Queen Irene look weak. No, we must proceed. You've proven your competence, so I'll ask you to speak with Melaras. He's an expert on the orrery and knows what must be done. Quite pleasant once you grow accustomed to the smell. The preparations for this ratification ceremony seem endless, but I'm up to the task. She asked how she could prove herself their rightful leader. The Sylvanar suggested the orrery nonsense, and the Main agreed. Of course, neither will be present to see it, yet my sister is held to her pledge. How unexpected. The Sylvanar is on some sort of pilgrimage. You think the spiritual incarnation of the Wood Elves could stick to a schedule? As for the Main, I cannot begin to understand the excuses of the Khajiiti mystics. There will be no Main. This is all I know. King Camoran Eredan. It's beneath his city, so there's no turning him away. And myself, of course.
Please don't mind Prince Naaman. Ambassador Tarinway's betrayal is a shock to us all. But no matter, the orrery must work flawlessly for the Queen. That's what we will ensure. Enough to be of service. The orrery hasn't functioned as intended for ages. We planned to use some rather delicate magic to trick it into operation. But if Prince Naaman believes there was sabotage, we must look to an alternative method. Why, we'll look to the past! According to legend, the orrery required a skilled operator, an Ayleid source of power, and a divine spark before it would function. Without all three, it won't do anything but spin. Quite pretty, but not very useful. Conservator Daraneth maintains the orrery and has studied the Ayleid monitoring rituals. Unfortunately, she was called away to South Point for a personal matter. If you can locate her and convince her to return, we'll have our operator. I've researched this a bit. Really, you need to be in 3 places at once. Simple, right? But the Fallen Esti Winter site is rumored to hold a relic of the Khajiiti thief god. For our purposes, Radchin's mantle will serve as the divine spark, if it's truly there, of course. The heart of a numeral originally brought life to the orrery, according to the texts. It long ago went missing, but a member of the local mages guild named Laranalda theorizes it's in a local Ayleid ruin. She's currently at the Reliquary of Stars, seeking the heart of a numeral. Wonderful! Have anything you find sent directly to the orrery. Once everything is in place, we can begin the ratification ceremony. And do refrain from referring to Conservator Daraneth as a missing element.
appreciate your vigilance, but the Argonians and the Grey Mire are guests. Refrain from any further displays of zeal, or I'll have you scrub down the barricade. Dismissed.
Resting up.
Are you here about the refugees? I've already explained this to 3 inspectors from Eldenroot. Until their status is resolved, the Argonians are to remain within the enclosure. Praise Ifre, someone who isn't going on about Argonian spies. Last year, this tribe arrived in Grotwood as refugees, but because we're all part of the Dominion now, my superiors can't decide what to do with them. Absolutely not. This entire tribe was enslaved by Dark Elves. They have more reason to hate the Ebonheart Pact than you or I. But someone in Eldenroot decides to set an example, and now there are barricades. It's why I need outside help. Here's a list of the tribe's leaders. I need to know why they refuse to speak with us. Unless my report says they're cooperating, my superiors have an excuse to exile them. Soldiers and barricades aren't exactly a welcoming feast. But unless the Argonians are willing to speak with us, they won't stay in Grotwood for much longer. Utarte is some kind of spiritual leader, friendly sort. Slimjar fishes for a living, with eyes as cold and dead as her catches. As for no. As a justiciar, the Thormar Inner Council directs me to investigate and enforce Dominion law. They've never given me soldiers. Without an armed encampment, the Argonians might have trust in me. But that's not how they see it in Eldenroot.
Welcome. What brings you to the Greymire? Then you're a wandering soul, much like our tribe was? Without the gracious Wood Elves, we would still roam Tamriel in search of a new home. Once the Dominion understand the depth to our gratitude, I'm certain they'll remove the barricades. Please, ask me anything. The Dominion capital is the Wood Elf city of Eldenroot. The bulk of its armies are Wood Elf soldiers. I see no difference between the Dominion and our Wood Elf benefactors. The tribe's leadership will soon meet to discuss this matter. Some fear the Dominion plan to enslave us, as the Dark Elves once did. I hope to put this absurdity to rest. You're welcome to attend the meeting, Wanderer. We have nothing to hide. We were slaves to Dark Elves for generations. When the Ebonheart Pact formed, we refused to fight beside our former captors. They called us traitors and banished us from our lands. We roamed Tamriel for years, and only stopped when we reached Grotwood. We asked the Wood Elves here for temporary shelter. Instead, they gave us the Greymire. All they asked was that we work the land and set aside some of our fish. For this, we must always be grateful. In Black Marsh, I was a tree minder. I tended the Hist, the great trees of our people. Here, I will become a spinner, to speak with the trees of Grotwood. I will lead my people to Ifre, the Wood Elf god of the forest. We've always thought that without the Hist, there can be no hatchlings. But with Ifre's guidance, I will find a way. Think of it. Argonians native to Grotwood, to our new way of life. Proud citizens of the Dominion which Queen Irene hopes to build.
Begone, outsider. You have no place here. I speak with warriors, not spoiled eggs. Your words are drenched in honey. How far do you stick your tongue up the beehive? Very well, ask your questions. I hunt and I fish. I do it better than the rest. The others respect my strength. This tribe has forgotten how to survive. You want to know my role? I remind them what we left behind. No matter how far this tribe wanders, they will always bay the elven boots with their tongues. Dark elves, high elves, A Nord with pointed ears would do. But some of us fought our slave masters. When they forget, I remind them. By Dominion, you mean Queen Irene. She's like any dark elf matron, but her lash is an army of Thalmor lackeys. The Wood Elves and Khajiit are the worst kind of slaves. They'll pave her road to victory with their own blood, and thank her for the privilege. Enough questions. Utate called a meeting to discuss the barricades. If you're so eager to learn my thoughts, you should attend.
I was dreaming of speckled fish. Now I'm hungry and wet. Explain yourself. Despite what you may have heard, a bucket of water to the face isn't a traditional Argonian greeting. But I'm not one to stand on ceremony. What's on your mind? When my tribe left the Black Marsh, we brought along our native wildlife. None wanted the job, so I took charge. I prefer beasts to people. More pragmatic, less complicated, and you always know when one plans to eat you. It doesn't, but when you're the one who keeps the Wamasu calm, nobody gets on your bad side. Ha! I had you. The tribe sees one who remains calm in the face of danger, and with this comes respect. Simple as that. As long as I can raise my guar and sleep in the shade, I don't care who rules this land. We want to live in peace, as a free people. If the Dominion supports us, then I support the Dominion. I'd find somewhere else to sleep in the shade. Some of the rough skins in this village might not see it the same way. I wouldn't go throwing buckets of water on them. You might lose a finger. The meeting. I nearly slept through it. Udate wants to discuss the grumbling about the barricades. You should come. See how we govern ourselves. I've roamed from one end of Tamriel to the other, handling vicious beasts along the way. In all that time, I've never lost a finger. But the moment I call myself Lost No Fingers, a guar will tear off my arm.
Thank you for coming, all of you. We have all heard the grumblings, but if this is to be our home, we must end this talk of defying the Dominion.
You tail-lifting fool! Do we ignore the slave pen they built around us? This wood elf god you follow corrupts your mind.
If Frick can give us hatchlings, Slimjaw, peace with the Dominion is our only chance of survival.
While you whisper to trees, the Dominion measures our wrists for manacles. I cannot allow this.
Slimjaw, what are you saying?
Utate, you turn our people away from the Hist. I sanction you for your heresy.
Slimjaw!
Hail Sithis!
I knew of Slimjaw's anger, but to murder Utate, madness. Didn't you hear her? She leapt crest first from the cliffs of madness. The anger has burned a hole through her good sense. Killing Utate must be part of a larger plan. Slimjaw was once a shadow scale, a holy assassin feared throughout Black Marsh. To sanction Utate as she did was a signal. Her hunters will lie in wait for whatever comes next. They'll fight to the death, so we need to fight harder. If one Dominion soldier dies at the hands of these fools, my entire tribe will pay for it. So yes, we need to kill them, if it isn't too much trouble. But have no fear. Comes when called can help you track them down. That tiny guar sniffing at your ankle. Don't worry, it means he likes you. Sweep the beach camps for Slimjaw's hunters. I'll round up a few trusted friends and check the forest camps. We'll meet at the old sea cave west of the Grey Mire. We should hurry. If any of Slimjaw's hunters attack Dominion soldiers, my tribe is doomed. I trained the little one to work with the hunters. He's quite familiar with their scent. If they're around, he'll be happy to lead you to them. The hunters, less happy.
Something nice with that. I see something nice. Yours for the taking. Can't believe someone just left this here.
This.
Good to get stocked up.
You're dead.
People say fish smell bad. I say anything smells bad if you leave it out long enough. gorgeous catch. If it wasn't worth so much, I'd say let's eat it right here. Useful. Hold on to that.
You can't stop Mother Lightning. Hail, Sickus.
Watch it.
Stay ready. Never know what else might be headed our way. A whole stack? Very nice.
you